In this video, we're going to talk about the marketing plan for HIT juices. So to begin with, we have the marketing problem. In the year 2020, Postobon made a severe mistake regarding their advertisements on their juice brand Jugos HIT. The brand was guilty of publishing many campaigns that were misleading in order to increase the consumption of juice by kids and teenagers. The company was fined, and their image was affected negatively. Considering that one of the brand's main opportunities is to develop itself abroad, this marketing problem can be a big setback. The brand has a lack of understanding on consumer behavior, as they pretend to be something that they are not, in order to accommodate to the actual trends. Without this problem, the company can focus on the opportunities they have rather than having legal and image issues. When thinking of developing abroad, having a bad reputation as starters can be deeply detrimental to the brand's success. Now regarding the objectives that the brand has, 2021, we have the corporate objectives that include a plan to get 30% of its fruit production to come from the HIT Social program. Also, in terms of market share, Postobon is planning to control at least 5% of the soft drinks market and also represent around 10% of the juice market in Colombia. Now regarding the marketing objectives, which are shown in the 4-piece structure, which include product, promotion, price, and place. We have in product that Postobon is aiming towards a switch to sustainability and improving their environment impact regarding their product itself, as well as the production process. Even though they had success in this area in the year 2020, the brand is aiming to keep aiming towards ecological aspects like recycling and social aspects like education. The juice itself remains unchanged, even though the company is seeking to provide their clients a wide variety of flavors. With this in mind, Postobon wants to increase investment in sustainability, provide initiatives in different regions to recycle the product. Thus, their main strategy is to provide a product that has a recycling packaging called Tetra Pak, for which the company is responsible of collecting and then converting into desktops. Now, in terms of promotion, with sustainability as a main scope, Postobon wants to reach out to their clients through having an eco-friendly image. They want to be perceived as a brand who not only provides juices, but also a brand that cares for the environment and the education of the ones who have less chances of having it. By doing this, the brand can give a new vision to their marketing campaigns in terms of promotion, as they are spreading the message of recycling and taking care of the planet, aspect that goes along with the actual trend in their consumers, people who not only care for their health and benefits, but also for the world and that they live in. Now, in terms of price, the company is planning on keeping their affordable prices. For example, a pack of 4 boxes would cost only 5,000 pesos. Additionally, the company plans on retaining their strategy of selling individual products and providing many promotions or discounts when buying a larger amount. This will directly benefit their corporate objectives. And finally, regarding the place, by 2021, Postobon desires that their product is available to the younger audience, considering that schools are returning to operations as a physical place. So, as the main place that HIT targets are schools, the brand plans on returning to this place as it is its trademark. As schools reopen, returning to this market is key for Postobon in 2021. Now, why are they smart? Well, these objectives apply to the SMART objective structure, as it is possible to say that they are specific, considering the areas it wants to target. It is measurable, as they constantly release news and reports stating how the objectives are being achieved, as well as introducing others. The objectives are also attainable, taking into account the process the company makes in a year and the progress they make in a year, connecting it directly with the time-based characteristic in which the brand sets the end of 2021 as a deadline. Finally, these objectives are relevant as it concerns not only the marketing department of the brand, but also a general impact for the whole brand and company.
For the segmentation table, we divided the market into 6 different segments, which are young kids, teens, high school students, university students, middle-aged persons, and also seniors. And we considered 8 different parameters, which are the demographic segmentation, the age, the usage rate, the lifestyle, the income of the person, their level of involvement with the brand, how often do they buy the product, and if they prefer costs over quality. And we selected these parameters because are the ones that let us know which segments consume more product than the others, and also it let us know if it depends on their lifestyle or the income that they have, or if they prefer a healthy lifestyle. So this segmentation table let us know that the segments that consume a higher volume of the product is the segment 1 and segment 2. And also it shows us that the segment that it's currently not being served properly, it's the sixth segment, which is the seniors one. And this is because they prefer a healthy lifestyle because of their age. For the target, the primary and the secondary segments that we will target for Hugo's Hit on 2021 is to the segment 1, young teens, and segment 2, teens, because as we can see, those are the segments that drink more often juice than the others, and this is influenced for their lifestyle that they carry, and also because many of the marketing campaigns were made for these specific segments, and the reason of this is the huge quantity of product that it's purchased only for those segments. And in this first segment, even though they have a really low income, we have to take into account that this specific segment depends from others financially. On the other side, segment 2 have more income, but they prefer lower costs over quality. And the segment that it's not being served properly is the senior segment. And this is because they prefer the healthy products, and that is why HIT should focus more into showing the products that are free of sugar with a good marketing campaign. For the positioning maps, on the first one, we selected to compare the quality of the product versus the social responsibility. On the second one, we decided to compare the taste versus how healthy is the product. And on the last map, we decided to compare the quality of the product versus the price it has. And if we compare it to the positioning maps after our marketing plan, we can see that Hugo's Hit gets improved. It gets improved in all the categories that we mentioned before. The positioning statement that we could take after taking out all the positioning maps is that Hugo's Hit is a brand that provides to their customers a feeling of joy and happiness while providing them with a product of really good quality, but also one of the best prices of the market. The brand is also really focused on improving the social responsibility that they have through different campaigns.
Regarding the marketing strategy, products with Tetra Pak packing is a strategy to communicate the consumers that they are having positive contribution and responsibilities towards the environment and society to solve the social disapproval. However, as a tactic, they need to include this type of information in the product packing to improve their strategy and recognition, since Postone had a scandal for producing product with too much sugar and low amount of fruit. Thus, it is necessary to continue creating more products without sugar to attract a bigger market niche and gain higher recognition. The company promotes their innovations using marketing communication, publishing their new products or flavors in different platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Besides social media, their main strategy is by using advertising on different television channels, especially on the RCN channel. This is because Postone majority shareholder, which is Ardila Lule, is also the main shareholder of the mentioned channel. The advertising for hit juices is appropriate because through this they show the most important value, which is a family in Colombia. The advertisements are usually of a family sharing a meal accompanied by a family sized bottle or a group of children in a school drinking heat juices after running with a face of satisfaction for its freshness. But because of pandemic, it is necessary that they use these crises to try to unite families, changing those commercials at school by commercials in which the products are taken at moments of virtual classes. Additionally, there is not a significant difference between the prices of the traditional uses compared with the new products such as the Jugos Hit without sugar and Jugos Hit Go, but they are just a little more expensive. An interesting solution due to COVID is to try to reduce the cost of their products or decrease the price of new products to encourage consumers to try new healthier products. Then there is no evidence of having economic and premium lines, and we consider it's not necessary because the strategy is almost that all their products are sold individually in a pack with a sales promotion that usually give one or two boxes for free. This promotion encourage consumers to consume large quantities at a lower price. Finally, regarding place, they have a good distribution and promotion area because their clients can find their products easily as they are available at almost all market chains in Colombia. However, they also sell their products online, but their website should be improved because it is hard to understand and because of the pandemic, they experienced difficulties in their productive and distribution cycle. In addition, their revenues decreased because some important consumer sectors were closed, for example, schools and restaurants. Thus, we consider that the distribution is aligned with the needs of the company. However, it could be implemented in other parts of Colombia as they are not expensive products that make it possible for other people with a low amount of their purchasing power to buy it.
Now we will discuss about the action program. We decided to create three positive alternatives on how the brand should operate in the next couple of months in order to stay competitive and adapt to the market needs. These alternatives are gonna be ranked in a scale of 1 to 5 in 4 different categories. Each category has its own percentage of importance in the final decision. The first criteria is the sustainability in the long term, and it will count 30% towards the final decision. This means, in this category, means that how it will adapt to the market needs and wants, meaning that how important is gonna be this branding in Colombia for the next couple of years if we adapt this alternative. The second one is the innovation. This one will count 10% towards the final decision, and this means how it will penetrate new markets and new targets and acquire new clients. The third one is the price. This will count 25% towards the final decision, and this means how will the market react to higher or lower prices. If it's 5, is that the price, an elevation in the price is not gonna affect much of the sales. And finally, the most important one, it's the sales, and this how will hit increase sales and maintain its market positioning. And this will count 35% towards the final decision. The first possible scenario is to invest more in the existing line of Hits sin Azúcar to keep up with the market trends of healthier juice consumption, and also investing in this already existing line that has a different value proposition and would acquire probably new clients, and would also require a higher investment in marketing strategies and adjust the distribution. The second alternative is the creation of a new line that is different from the ones existing, and this one will have more fruit, more pulp, more vitamins, less chemicals, less preservatives, and natural flavor and sweetener. This would also be a more expensive line, but it would be completely innovative and would respond to the market needs that are rising nowadays. Also, the third option we created is to innovate within Hit. It's to stay focused on the current line that is gaining high profits for the brand, but it's not adapting to the shift of the market towards healthier juices. This would also mean launching new flavors and marketing campaigns to stay competitive and keep acquiring new clients. After ranking all the alternatives in the different categories, we decided that the best alternative that responds to these criteria is to go with the second alternative, that is the one of going to create a new line of production within HIT. This table shows the calculations that we made. So the final weighted scores are for the alternative one, 295/5, for the second one, 32/5, and the third one, 3075 for the alternative 3. And now we will talk about the different activities that need to be made in order to accomplish the different goals and the plan for the next couple of months. The first one is to establish clear objectives. That is going to be in the first month of the year. Then we're going to make some marketing and product strategies in order to make decisions on how we will proceed to focus the brand. This is going to be take up about 4 months, and it's going to be on the first 4 months of the year. Then we were going to make a package analysis that is extremely important nowadays in the decision to buy a product of the consumers, and this is going to be in the third and fourth month of the year. We also need to buy new machinery in order to produce these new juices. This is going to take place in the 5th and the 6th months of the year. Also, we're going to register the brand and also take the legal issues, and that's going to be taking place on the 7th month of the year. Also, we're going to need to establish certain commercial relations in order to be able to sell in a large amount, and it's going to take up about 5 months from the 5th month of the year to the 9th. We're going to be launching new products, and this is going to be taking place on the 9th and the 11th months of the year. Also, we're going to make a marketing campaign that is going to take up in 2 stages, in stages of 2 months. It is going to be taking place on the 8th and the 9th month of the year, and the 11th and the 12th. And finally, in the last month, we're going to make a sales analysis in the last month to see how was the year. Here we can see what percentage of the budget is going to be distributed to each of the activities and who is going to be the responsible for each one of them. Finally, the recommendation is that we're not going to stop producing and focusing on the current line of HIT. That is the one that is giving profits and is the one that is behaving properly with selling 46% of the juices annually in Colombia. So this is just to prepare for the future market needs and adapt to where the market is shifting, but we're not gonna stop producing the amount of juices on the normal HIT line that are being produced nowadays, because are the ones that are maintaining this brand.
Throughout this part of our marketing plan, the control program will be outlined and explained. It basically consists of benchmarks, procedures, and budgets. These key points will provide tracking of the goals set beforehand and emergency strategies in case of failing to achieve certain goals. Firstly, for the corporate goals concerning market share and fruit distribution, the controls could be set quarterly each year and evaluate progress. Each control check should reach at least 25% of the expected growth, otherwise its strategy should be rethought. Secondly, concerning the first marketing goal, that involves investing more in sustainability and provide initiatives in regions about recycling. Every trimester there should be a board meeting with the accounting department to check whether investment has increased or declined. Also, in these meetings, members should discuss and propose new ideas about where to invest the money and launch these social programs. About promoting the company's eco-friendly image, every semester, the marketing division should propose new campaigns to launch, and with the help of other departments, focusing on the return of the investment evaluate whether these campaigns are having the success they thought or otherwise look for new alternatives. Every year, the finance department should evaluate inflation and the rise in the cost of living within the country, as well as the rise in basic products, to determine the new prices, as well as discuss with the government some subsidies or tax breaks for social activities done to balance the new increase in product price. One of the main objectives is going back to selling the product in schools. So this should be controlled by getting in touch with the local governments of each region and offering the product in all public schools and getting some sort of exclusivity in exchange of donations made to the local government. Now, to exert some sort of control on the annual budget, the board should meet every trimester to check the assigned budget is in place for each activity. In case the budget needs to be reassigned, this should be subject